Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience. It was definitely worth it, though, because we're going to chat about some amazing dog treats now with Lauren Ruggiero from Buppy Pets. So
How are you?
Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. It's awesome. Couldn't wait. So tell me a little bit about I know you, but tell our viewers about your background and how you got here.
So kind of a long journey and a very different background, but I started my career actually in television news and worked in a newsroom every snowstorm, every hurricane. From there I went to corporate communications and I fell in love with telling a story and being able to build a brand. And so from there I just really had this need to fulfill a passion of creating something and my passion just for pets and the health of pets in general. And that's where Buppy Pets was born. It actually started because my husband and I started to watch a lot of documentaries about what's in our food, what we're supposed to eat as human beings, and how processed food has gotten over the last several years.
Yeah.
So in doing that, my whole lifestyle changed, our diets changed, our pantry looked different, our refrigerator looked different. And in that process, we said to ourselves, well, what's in our pets' food? We have a dog and a cat, and they rely on us 100% to feed them really great food. And we couldn't pronounce half of the ingredients.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't eat it. I looked at the food, I looked at the treats, and I just wasn't confident enough to eat it myself. So I was then on a journey to create something that I would want to eat because it's crafted after real food and snacks that our dog tries to steal from the table. And I wanted it to still be healthy for the pet in the right amounts and using herbs and spices that actually give it health benefits as well.
Okay.
So from there we created 5 recipes. And they're all based on the human snacks that we love and might want to feed our pet, but feel a little guilty about because they're not quite meant for them. And then we then recraft them in the kitchen. We work out of Hope in Maine and Warren, Rhode Island.
Nice.
And we recraft all of the recipes that we love into pet treats where they host wholesome ingredients, but then are still healthy for the pet in the right amounts of food.
Great. So where did the name Buppy Pets come from?
So my dog,
name.
it is an interesting name. People are like, what is a puppy? So when my
like
dog
a guppy,
is
but
Buppy, but a baby. I don't have children yet, but when I did get my dog, she was my baby and my puppy, so Buppy kind of just came out.
Okay.
And that's been her nickname forever. And then when I was starting to do the business, and I said I really wanted to name it and have that nod to my dog, she's 12 now, so she's very excited that she has now a legacy to leave.
Oh, there you go.
But we named it after something that also is a term of endearment. So when I was going through the whole process, I learned that especially in Europe, Buppy is a term that grandparents call their grandkids, or grandkids call their grandparents, or a significant other calls their significant other a Buppy.
There we go.
So it really is a term of love, and it's really what I put into these treats.
So when you started out, did you have all 5, or did you start out small?
No, I actually started with the Chick Ched Marys. And I based that after a Triscuit or like a wheat thin.
Okay.
Because my dog used to love those. I eat crackers like it's my job, with cheese on it, obviously. Who doesn't love cheese and crackers? Yeah. So I wanted to base something after that snack, but again, in the right amounts, using really great ingredients that maybe even weren't in the snacks that I was eating. Mm-hmm. So we made the Chick Ched Marys, and that is free-range organic chicken broth, fresh cheddar cheese, a little bit of rosemary for antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties, and then the base is always a rolled oat flour, so it's oatmeal. Okay. And that really keeps all of our treats gluten-free, really sensitive in a dog's tummy. Okay. And because these are for humans as well, and they can eat these and share them with your pet, not just having to snack in front of them, it's also sensitive on your tummies as well.
You can trick them into thinking it's people
totally
food.
Trick them. When the dog sees you eating it,
it is
be like, I
people
want
food.
that. It is people food.
So when you made the treats first, did you think you were going to start the business, or was it just something you were doing for fun and then it kind of spiraled from there?
Yeah,
everybody wanted them.
It was just a hobby at first. I just really loved to be able to feed my pet food that I made. I knew what was in it, and I knew what went into the process. Okay. And then just kind of it caught on. My neighbors started to hear about it. I was starting to give samples to my friends, and I was on a bike ride one day on the East Bay bike path, and my husband and I were starving, and we saw a market sign for fresh food and lunch. And we said, let's go. I'm really hungry. There's food trucks. Who doesn't want to go to a place where food trucks are?
Yes.
And we happened upon Hope in Maine. Okay. And we went into the parking lot. It's called the Schoolyard Market. And we were in the back, and we met the founder, Lisa Raiola, which was just serendipity. And she's like, well, are you here? And I said, well, I'm just here to kind of get some food, but I actually have a business in mind. And I had the treats on me because, as crazy as it sounds, I actually eat them too, like as a snack. I had the banana snaps on me. And as I'm crunching on them, I'm showing her, and she said, well, let me give you a tour of the kitchen. And I went into Kitchen B, is where I work, and I just fell in love. And it was something that was just so serendipitous, and I just really knew that I was supposed to be there.
Wow. So there, for those who don't know what Hope and Main is, explain that a little bit. It's kind of communal.
It is. It's a food economy. That's the word we like to use. It's where small food businesses come together, and it's a food incubator program where you can come in and have either an idea of a business you actually want to create, or already have a small business in mind, or maybe already started. It's all ranges of the stages of your business. And they help you with everything from how to upscale, to make sure that you have the right legal assets or legal aspects to your company, packaging, and just anything that you really want to know more about that you maybe don't know where the resources should be. So I'm really lucky to have a community there. They let me teach and come in and teach a little bit of like the marketing and the branding and how to tell the story of the company.
Great.
So it's a really great place to be, and it's just a big family, and we all get to eat a lot, and we're never leaving hungry. So even with pet treats.
Oh, that's good. So now you sell out of the markets, obviously, but then I also saw there are a lot of stores that are now carrying Buppy pets, a good amount in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And so which stores can people buy your products at this point?
We're so humbled and so lucky that we get to work with some really cool local businesses. Everything from Delectus Pharmacy in Warren to Dave's Marketplace in East Greenwich and Belmont and Wakefield. We just got into all 4 Run for Pet centers, and they've been so wonderful in helping us grow.
Congrats.
Thank you so much. And it's a whole new community of pets to treat. And that's how we look at it. It's just, I can't wait to get to meet more dogs and more of their owners, just to kind of share the story of who we are and why we do what we do.
Absolutely. So you brought some treats here. I'm dying to try them because I know I can. So tell me a little bit about each one, and we'll kind of walk me through how I'm supposed to try this.
So we're going to start with the pizza bites, which is the human favorite. Dogs love it too.
Human favorite.
But if you smell it, it is based
it
on
smells
the
like a
pizza
pizza.
goldfish. So we crafted it with Parmesan cheese, which is fresh Parmesan cheese, the oats, a little bit of oregano, and then we have the fresh tomato puree. And that really helps it have the pizza goldfish taste, but yet it's healthier than a pizza goldfish, or healthier than something like that. No preservatives. The only preservative that we use in all 5 of these recipes are the herbs and spices. So either cinnamon in the right amounts, oregano, or rosemary, and that helps keep it for a 1-year shelf life, which helps us with our accounts that we're working with, as well as in your fridge or in your pantry. It's a resealable bag, so you're able to hopefully not have them last that long, because then I'm not doing my job if there's treats left after a month. But we want to really make it easy for you to be able to treat your pet.
How many treats should you give your pet in a day?
Oh my goodness, should I even say that? I don't know if I should say that.
1,000?
A lot. No, I give him a lot of treats. Every time she does anything cute.
Okay.
Or does
so
anything
all the
bad,
time, yeah.
all the time.
I would
know,
my dog would be so
worst.
fat if I gave him a treat every time.
She really should be. I think I'd walk her a little bit, too much, but.
Well, this is delicious. I would eat this as
Put a little bit of cheese on there, right? A little slice
I
over
just
the
made a
top.
huge mess everywhere, but
I make a mess all the time. I'm surprised I don't have handprints of flour and oats down my pants.
So these are pizza themed. What else do we have?
We have the pumpkin udders.
These are the pumpkin spice.
Yeah, it's the pumpkin spice basic dog treat for the
Oh,
season,
there we go.
Right? So pumpkin udders is actually our most popular right now. Solely behind it is the PB&J, but the pumpkin udders, pumpkin and peanut butter, right?
Everybody goes
dogs
crazy.
know what's up, right?
Everybody goes crazy for pumpkin.
That is fresh pumpkin puree. It's a all-natural peanut butter, and then the oats as a base, and then a little bit of cinnamon. And we use a light cinnamon, which in the right amounts is actually really good for a dog's blood sugar regulation, for their teeth, their gums, and their coats. So again, we did a lot of research to make sure that everything we were using in our treats were in the right amounts, and were foods and spices and herbs that were healthy for a dog and safe for them to consume. And obviously, it gives it a really great flavor.
It should be good with the pumpkin spice coffee.
Right? Dip it in a little bit like a biscotti.
It is. It's the basic treat.
The basic treat of October.
Okay, now this is the original.
So that is a Chick Ted Mary's
Chick
that
Ted
we just
Mary's.
talked about. Yep. That has the free-range organic chicken broth, fresh cheddar cheese that you can actually see baked in. And I love the fact that our treats, you can actually see the ingredients that we're using. So you can see the rosemary, you can see the cheddar cheese, you can smell the chicken broth. It's a really
Smells like rosemary. I'm eating all of these now.
Comfort food for the dogs, right? Nice cold, rainy day. Break your Chick Ted Mary's out of the bags.
For a dog.
And then Banapa Snaps we have here, and that is almost like a doggy granola or an overnight oats, and we base it after that. So it's fresh banana puree that we make ourselves from fresh bananas, organic applesauce, the 1-ingredient applesauce, which is just apples and water, and then the cinnamon and the oats again. So it's a little bit of the harder of our treats, which is really good on their teeth if they have a little bit more tartar. But if they're an older dog that have teeth issues, we try to stay away from that one because it's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And the biggest concern for us is to make sure your pet is happy and healthy.
Okay.
So we'll suggest something else like the softer one with the pumpkin udders, or the last one,
Ooh,
PB&J.
PB&J.
This came out new for the summer. We had a lot of owners that were asking us for organic blueberries in their treats.
Okay.
And my dog loves fruits, but she wasn't like a huge fan of blueberries until I made the treats. So we use a whole organic. She doesn't know it's blueberries, right? It's like a trick. We use a flash frozen whole organic blueberry, which actually holds all the nutrients inside of it when it's frozen at the farm.
Okay.
So when we're getting it and defrosting it while it bakes, it has all of the antioxidants that it could possibly have because it doesn't have that travel time from the farm to us.
Wow.
And we also use an all-natural peanut butter and the oats and then the cinnamon for blood sugar regulation and the health.
There we go. So where did
They
you
eat better
learn,
than we do.
Where did you learn all of this? Did you just get into all this because you had a dog and you're just one of those wonderful people that gets super educated?
Wonderful and crazy. Yeah, I'm a crazy dog
And
mom.
crazy,
I'm totally
yeah.
fine saying that. Yeah,
So
a lot
that's
of
where
research.
it's a lot of research. Okay, so
Yeah.
obviously a lot of thought goes into these. What are the fan favorites or the dog favorites that you notice?
Right now, it all depends on the season. Right now, it's definitely pumpkin udders and PB&J. But come summertime, come spring, the savory ones tend to be a little bit more popular, the pizza and the Chick Ched Marys. But it really depends on your pet. And people don't think pets, or not a lot of people understand that pets do have palates and they have their likes and dislikes.
Foodie pets.
They're foodie pets. They're totally foodie pets. So we just like to have pets come and try our treats at markets and at events, and see what they like the best, and hopefully leave with a new bag of treats to stock their pantry.
Oh, and speaking of events, you said there are some Halloween events coming up, and I'm hoping that means like dogs in costumes.
It
but,
only means
okay.
dogs in costumes. There's
Perfect.
no other kind of event.
So what
have-
can we expect for the Halloween events coming up?
So on October 28th, it's a Sunday, we're working with Vintage Pet Rescue. And they're a wonderful organization that takes in pets that are senior dogs or at the end of their cute little lives. And they
No
give
such
them
thing.
no such thing.
So
They
sad.
give them the best life possible in this amazing sanctuary. So we're working with them to, we're going to be going to an event at the Guild. It's a brewery in Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Okay.
And it's called Halloween. And you bring your dog, and there's going to be a bunch of different vendors that are for your dog. You can grab a beer while you're there with your pup and have your pup walk around to all the different things going on. We'll be selling our treats and giving samples away. You can trick or treat with your dog at the different vendor booths. And obviously, a costume is not required, but it is suggested.
It's required. Yeah.
It's required.
It's required.
Yeah.
Don't go. Your dog's not in a costume.
There's enough of them out there.
Oh my gosh. So I have to ask you as a dog lover, what is your favorite place to take your dog that is, restaurant-wise and also, park and play-wise?
So I would say park and play-wise, I love going to Roger Williams Park. They have a lot of different trails that are off the beaten path as well as on the trail that you can take your dog to. A lot of different water spots, and there's always other dog lovers out there with their dogs. And it's a really cool place just to get your nature fill as well as give your dog some new things to smell and sniff.
Perfect.
Restaurants, there's so many places now. We're so lucky to have
I know that let you have your
different,
dog, I know.
pet-friendly locations. I can't choose just one. Main Street in East Greenwich has a bunch of different places. We have Providence. Over at Fox Point, there's a different places to take your dog. But yeah, we go to markets a lot, especially since we work at them.
Yep.
So I think my favorite place is just dog-friendly farmers markets outside.
Those are
There's
great.
a ton of them that, such a long list to name.
Yeah.
But if you can find one that works for you in your location, get out
Take
there with
your
your pup.
dog.
I know,
Well-
especially now when the season's still outside.
Oh my gosh. Well, thanks so much for coming on, Lauren.
Thank
and we hope
you.
you guys go out and visit her at the Hope of Maine markets and at Dave's Market and
we
Rumford
have
Pet Center.
Our website, buppypets.com.
Yes.
All of our locations are on there, different events coming up.
And dress up your dog and go to Halloween.
Yes, please do. Cute costumes.
Well, thanks so much, Lauren, for
Thank
coming
you.
on the show. We'll be right back with we just had Joel Thayer. Oh my God, with Mike Quill from Feartown Haunted House.